Well, good evening, everybody. It's Peter Schiff, and this is Tuesday, May 25th, 2010. Well, we had a very eventful day at the Schiff for Senate campaign. This morning, we got word early on, although I actually heard about it last night, that Rob Simmons has decided to discontinue his campaign for the U.S. Senate seat in Connecticut. Now, his name is going to remain on the ballot, but for all intent and purposes, he has effectively dropped out of the race. He is winding down his campaign. As a result, there are only two people left officially running for the United States Senate. There's Linda McMahon, who won, in quotes, the endorsement of the party at the convention last weekend, and then me, who is trying to get on the ballot with a signature drive. Hopefully, I will be successful. Now, when I first entered this race, there were four other candidates in the race, and so I was in fifth place. Now I'm in second place, so at least I'm gaining ground. Unfortunately, it's all been by attrition, but there's only two left standing at this point, me and Linda McMahon, and I hope that ultimately I will pass Linda up as well and be the winner of this nomination, this primary. Now, I don't expect Linda to withdraw, so I'm actually going to have to win this time instead of just waiting for somebody to step down. But I think it's something that I can do. Now, let's think about the dynamics here, because initially I thought a three-way race had a lot of advantages for me. Number one, I thought that Linda and Rob would keep beating each other up as they have been, and I could quietly gain strength as people became turned off by all of the negativity that was going back and forth. So that won't be there. And I also thought maybe in a three-way race, I wouldn't have to get 51%. I can win with a smaller number of votes. And also, with a three-way race, there would still be a lot of attention, paid to the primary. Now, in a head-to-head race with Linda McMahon, that's not the case. And now Linda McMahon's money will all be focused on me rather than focused on Rob Simmons. But the good news is that the only opponent Linda McMahon has is me. And to the extent that there is a large anti-Linda vote, I get it all. I don't have to split that with Rob Simmons. And of course, if the media wants to cover the race at all, I'm her only opponent. So unless they're going to completely ignore the race and assume that it's a done deal and focus on the general election, I should get some media out of this. And also, the dynamics of the head-to-head race, I think, improve my odds of actually winning, because I thought in a three-way race that Rob might have had the edge because Linda and I might split the outsider vote and he would own the establishment vote. I still thought I could win in a three-way race, but I thought that the numbers, it would be a little bit, even though it was doable because I wouldn't need half, probability-wise, I might not have done it. I am confident, based on the polling that I've done, that I beat Linda in a head-to-head race, that if you just compare my background to hers, I win. The only problem is my message could be drowned out, in a tidal wave of money that she's able to spend. And that ultimately is going to be the biggest obstacle to overcome, not only the money that she has to spend, but the perception of that money and how it influences people's voting. Because, of course, they think that because Linda McMahon has all this money, she'll be able to beat Dick Blumenthal. But, I don't think it's going to take a mountain of money to beat Dick Blumenthal. I think I can beat Dick Blumenthal on the issues. And I think his character has been so badly damaged by the lies that he's now been caught telling with respect to his service in Vietnam. And I think that is just going to snowball, and he is going to get more and more unpopular. So I don't think it takes, the tens of millions in Linda's bank account to beat Dick Blumenthal. But hopefully I can overcome that wall of money myself. I am, going to try to turn this into now, Linda, the way you read the press reports, I read one story on the Hill that said that this was a victory for the Tea Party, that Linda McMahon had the endorsements of all the Tea Party activists and she beat the establishment. Well, of course, that wasn't true. She doesn't have the endorsements of any of the Tea Party activists. I have all their endorsements, as well as all the other grassroots organizations out there. She's trying to be what I actually am. She's trying to portray herself as the grassroots candidate when she's not. She's trying to portray herself as the outsider. But when you buy your way inside, you're not an outsider anymore. You're an insider. I am an outsider. I'm so far outside that I have to petition just to get on the ballot. But of course, if I'm successful and I have 15,000 registered Republicans who want me on the ballot, I think that beats the several hundred delegates that she was able to buy to get herself on the ballot. So I think that, now that it's a two-person race, me versus Linda, obviously, the odds are pretty good. I could be the nominee. Maybe this will be a race, again, an establishment race like the Rand Paul Trey Grayson. Rand Paul had the backing of the Tea Party, and Trey Grayson had the support of the establishment and the insiders, yet he managed to overcome that. Well, Linda McMahon, because of her money, has bought off all the insiders. She's now the head insider, and I am the anti-establishment candidate, the grassroots candidate, the outsider. But also I think that in a head-to-head competition, I think my business experience, running a brokerage firm, my expertise in economics and finance compares very well to her business, her show business, her wrestling empire, her promotion, writing wrestling scripts. And, both of us are saying that we're fed up with Washington. But I have a track record going back 10 years to prove that I was fed up. I was so fed up, I was writing op-eds about the problems I saw in Washington at the Federal Reserve. I was writing books. I was going on television. I based my whole investment strategy on the fact that I was fed up with Washington and the policies that they were pursuing that were undermining our economy and the value of our money. Where was Linda McMahon during that decade? How did she express the fact that she was fed up? Did she write anything? Did she say anything? Did she do anything? No, nothing. She didn't have any opinion on any of this until she decided to run for the United States Senate. So I think if you're going to try to run a candidate between two entrepreneurs, two theoretical outsiders who are fed up with Washington and want to put their businesses on hold to go to Washington and do something about it, I think I'm a much more credible candidate than she is. I think in many ways we have the same message, but I think hands down that I'm the better messenger. And I think I'm going to get that message out. I think that we should be motivated and enthusiastic about the dynamics of this campaign. If I can just get these signatures, and I'm confident that I will force my way onto this ballot, and the powers that be and Linda McMahon's money will not succeed in keeping me out of off the ballot and out of the election. And rank and file, ordinary Republican voters, grassroots, they will have the opportunity to vote for their candidate of choice rather than the establishment's anointed candidate. And, I want to again, mention that what everybody can do that's listening to this, if you're in Connecticut, volunteer. We can use your help in the signature drive, signing petitions, helping to get others to sign petitions. If you don't live in the state of Connecticut, you can still volunteer for the campaign. You can, phone banking. There are a lot of things that you can do. And of course, you can donate money. We've raised, I think, over $2.2 million now, all from individuals, nothing from PACs. I've contributed $550,000 myself. I am willing to do more, but I'm not front-loading it all. I will contribute money as I think it makes a difference, but I don't want to plow it all in the beginning and then have nothing left. I want to be able to add money when something is critical. If we need an extra expenditure, I have the money there. I don't have to scramble on how to get it. But if I blow it all up front and then I'm all in, then what am I going to do? I need to rely on my supporters for money. I read some of the comments on these blogs, and sometimes I've read comments where people, they think I shouldn't be asking for money. They think it's somehow beneath me or it's shameful. How do they think campaigns are paid for? Not everybody is Linda McMahon spending $50 million. People have to raise money. I don't think I should have to pay for it all myself. I'm running for everybody. I'm running to help the country, not just for myself. Everybody benefits if I succeed, and I think everybody has to kick in. I can't do it all myself. I need people to supply money to the campaign. I don't have enough to pay for it all myself, and I got to ask for it because I'm not getting it from the special interests. If I don't get it from the concerned American citizens who watch these videos, who read my stuff on the internet, who read my books, who am I going to get it from? We have to do this together. We all have to believe in these principles, and we all have to put our money where my mouth is. That is the only way that we're going to win. And with your help, we can't lose. Anyway, that's it again for tonight, everybody. I will be back again soon. Take care.